Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we got a new mold. I've been looking and eyeing this mold for a while. And I finally was like, what the crap, I'm just going to get it. It's the lantern. So I got this one on Amazon. I will link the post below. And for those of you that were wanting this butterfly mold, it was sold out. I checked and they are back in stock. So if you want to get one, I will also link that link in the description below. So I bought the one that has the two bulbs. And this one's a little bit wonky. So there's a short one and a tall one. And this one came with only one light base, which is fine because I have some extras. So it comes with one USB light base. And then it comes with the short handles if you use the short, like globe, where the flame would be. And the tall handles for the bigger jar. So we're going to do the tall one today. So I'm just going to move this aside. This is like the bottom part that has... should have probably opened all this, but this is, you know, where it has the button and then you got your two spots where your handles hook in. So we're going to do that. This is the top piece. And from what I can gather, I saw one post and I guess this ends up being your top. I am not 100% sure. I think it's because of the way the hooks, you know, go in. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to pour it like a base color until I know for sure. So that's our top piece. So, you know, you have your base, and then we'll have our glass, and then we'll have our like little top, and then we put the handles on. And we're going to bling this out. We're going to do something cute with it. And let me get those open. So those are the handles. Those are my trash. And I got some more bling in. So these are like a multicolored, faceted, and there's a whole bunch of different sizes. So I thought these would be handy for like whatever you want to bling. So I've got these. Then I bought this, which I thought was really, really beautiful. So that would be, you know, if we put that around a jar, or, you know, we could make a jewelry box and really bling it out. So I will probably end up doing another one of those. And then I got this kit, which comes with 4 different bling items. So this one is, and these are self-adhesive. So there's that with like the little diamonds. And then we got this with some bigger, you know, like more of a round shape with the bling around it. And then we got this, which this is not like diamonds. It is like shiny metals. But how pretty is this? Well, I guess yeah, they're more metal than they are like anything else. Although that is a little diamond facet, so you know, maybe they're a mixture. Okay, they're mixtures of the sideways diamonds and the upright diamonds. So it is diamonds. But look at the sparkle in that. So we have that. And I'll get that in after. And then this one. And I wanted different, like, styles because you don't always want, like, the same thing. And these are, like, so sticky. They're stuck in the bag. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to put them in a plastic container. But look at these. So that soap dish that I have the damaged mold, I'm like, okay, well, we could really bling that out and cover that area in the middle that is all nasty, right? So that's what I got with that. And then my containers came in to replace my cup. So you get some of the medium cups, you get some of the small ones, some gloves, and this is from Let's Resin. I purchased this myself. Hopefully I got the right ones. Come on. There we go. Yay, I have a new one and I have a spare. So there. Now I have a brand new one. So I'll keep this because I could always use that to do mix to mold or whatever in. And then you get a couple of these big stirring things, which I love. And you get some pipettes. So I am just going to stick these in my little containers with all of my extra stuff. And I'm going to put this back in the box so I know it's in there and it's safe. Okay, so now I don't know how much resin these hold. I'm thinking this is probably like 4 ounces. You know, this 3 to 4, maybe 1.5 ounces, 2, and then these. And I also, Terry is the one that bought me this. She let me know in the comment. And the person I thought was the company that it was shipped from. So what I did is I took my smallest rhinestones and I put some UV in there. And then I put my little gems in there and then I cured it. I'm hoping I did it right. The gems are smaller than the hole, so I don't know how this is going to actually work. But I'm going to do something different. When I pour this one, I am going to put a stick on the back to lay in the resin so that I can make this a plant stick. So that is my idea for this. So we will be pouring this. So I'm going to probably make up 12 ounces of resin. And then we're going to, you know, we're going to color it. I'll figure out what colors I want the 2 pieces and the handles to be. This is going to be clear. And I am going to try dropping some alcohol ink just in the middle and poking it with a stick to maybe give like a flame look, like maybe an orange and a yellow. So I don't know. I might have to redo this, but that's the plan. So let me get some resin, pull out my colors, and then I will be back and we will get this started. Okay. So I also tested these cups. These do not measure accurately either. I mixed up 12 ounces and this is at 12 3/4. So these don't measure your resin in these cups, even the original that comes with it, the measurements are not accurate. So I just wanted to let you know that. And let me just take this, and we're going to just scrape our sides here. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take 4 ounces. I'm going to put it in 1 cup, and I'm going to put it through the Let's Resin Debubbler. That's also listed in the description below. And we're going to get the bubbles out of the clear, because the clear, you'll see if there's bubbles in there. So I'm going to put 4 ounces, and I'm going to remix it in this cup because, you know, one was part A, one was part B. So I just want to make sure that everything gets, like, incorporated. All right. So that is looking good. So I'm going to pop this in the debubbler while we get our other colors mixed. All right. So I know I want to keep an ounce. I want to keep some out for that because I pulled out the jasmine and the chartreuse, and I'm going to mix the 2 colors to pour the peacock. So I do want to pull all right, and that should be enough for the peacock. And then these 2 pieces with these, I'm going to do in this purple jam. And I'm just going to pour this in here. And I am going to wipe my container out right now, because I don't want to forget. Plus, this way here, I'll have the measurements, so I'll know how much these hold. All right, so wipe this off. Give that a good mix. All right, so I'm going to spray this. Oh, I wanted to use my spatula and I forgot. Oh well, there's not much in there. So I'm going to take this wet wipe and I'm going to get the bulk of it out. And I have a clean one right here. I want to try to keep this as pristine as I can. Okay. And then I could put that back together. And we are ready to go again. All right, let's get some purple mixed up here, guys. So this one does have like a nice shimmer to it. So we have 7 ounces in this cup. figured I might as well make it a girly color if we're gonna bling it up. This is a really, really pretty color. It has like a hint of blue in it. And I just want to make sure that, you know, I get that powder kind of all mixed up. I think we're going to put a little bit more in there. Because I do want it to be opaque. So we'll put 2 more scoops, and that should be good. And if we don't use like all of this, I can always make up the green and mix this in with it. I just thought the 2 lighter colors would be pretty, but this darker one is really pretty as well, so. I'm just kind of mashing on the side, just kind of making sure I get that powder. Okay, so I'm trying to think of any spots that might have a lip. This one here on the handles, we'll have a little lip that we got to work out the bubbles. Right around this edge. This one I'm gonna like pour in, kind of spin it around. And this one, other than this little nib down here, I don't think there's any trap bubble areas. So we will be good there. Let's do the base first, because I don't know. I mean, I could always do the handles a different color if we only had enough to do these 2 pieces. So let's do the big base first. And that way we know how much this base holds. All right, so let's. I'm gonna stop there. And I'm just squeezing that circle. But I'm also going to take this and go like with a the handles, I guess, attach. And just give that a spray. And this is the Bond Craftor resin, the 1-to-1. All right, so let's see. So that took about 5.5, guys. Yeah. It took about 5.5. So, let's see, I have 4 in there. All right, you know what? I'm gonna, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough. All right, that will give me 2 ounces. Just to be on the safe side. Stop there. Gonna squeeze this little rim. You know, and I'm going to bling mine out, but if you're not a blingy person, which I'm not usually, but I don't know, I'm into a bling phase, so, you know, you wouldn't have to do yours blingy. It's just... oh my gosh. Wow. Talk about just making it. All right, I'm going to get my spatula out, because you can definitely get way more with the spatula. That's for sure. I want to dome this as much as I possibly can, because I think that is going, because I was going to do like an intense mica powder, but I'm like, no, I want to pour it first, because I've done that before, and then this part would be black if this is the way that it goes. But if it goes the other way, then it wouldn't matter. So I'm like, okay, we're going to pour it in a solid color first, and then we'll know for next time. All right, so we've got all of our resin. Give them a spray. Oh, you know what, though? I filled it up and I didn't. I got to go around this lip. I'm just going under the, like this area here, just in case there was any like trap bubbles in there. Okay. I think we got all of our little bubble traps. All right, move that there. So we've still got our handles. And we've got our clear, which still has some bubbles in it. I should have added a couple more minutes to it. So I have 4 ounces in here. This starts out narrower, but gets bigger. So, what to do, what to do? Do I mix up another like 2 ounces? I'm going to pop this back in the debubbler for a couple more minutes, and I'm going to make up 2 more ounces just to be safe. Because I don't want to be short, and I do want to pour this, and I've got the handles here, so I think we're going to need more. I'll mix up a couple more. I'll get this through the debubbler, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I ended up making up 4 more ounces just to be on the safe side. So I poured a little bit more into this resin over here. I mixed them together. And if we have extra, we have extra. Not a big deal. I'd rather have extra than not enough. So let's get a stick, and we're going to get these 2 mixed while that finishes debubbling. It's got like a minute and a half. It's getting close to the top of being clear. So let's see. I think that will be plenty. And then we'll get the purple done. And like I said, I don't know, some of the areas might have too much of the clear and it's gonna show up in the finished piece. I don't know. So we will find out together. Mix the green. And this is probably way too much, but I can always pull out some of my flower molds or my little butterflies. All right, so we're just gonna let them sit for a few minutes. Make sure there's no, all right, so that's for the clear. So we got a mix for the handle. Before I mix this though, I want to make sure that I have enough clear for this. So we're gonna just set this aside for a minute and let's get this poured. So the only thing I didn't do was the gems in the top of the crown, but I figured we could always use a chrome pen or something to get those. All right, and then I'm gonna pour some of the green to try to keep that purple right there. And just so it has that little bit of different colors because the peacocks, they're not just one color. There's definitely some green. And some purple, so. Okay. Take my little stick. Shall we get those? And I don't want to poke too much because I got those gems down in there. Okay, so that is looking good. Now hang on, I'm going to grab a skewer stick. Let's see. Now I will have to have something to prop this up with. I'm just trying to, let me get, where's my nippers? Right here. All right. So I want it to go, be able to go into the soil of a plant. All right, so. That's too high. Don't know, guys. So I'm going to slide this back here. Because I just want one section really, you know, in there. Really good. Need something a little taller. Hang on, let me get a medicine cup. That's too tall. I want it right about there. Let me grab a Mica bottle. Glitter. Hang on here. All right. As long as I don't move it, we'll be good. All right, so I've got that. Let me grab a yellow. All right, I'm gonna have to open my spare thingy of, hang on, I can't work with these gloves. So this is the 48 pack of alcohol inks, which I purchased myself. Let's see. Orange. And I guess we'll use the dandelion yellow. All right. I need to open this because I'm not going to drop this until I pour it. All right, so pour this clear. Oh, I'm so glad I made up more. All right, so that's 4. I gotta get gloves on now. And I'm not going to scrape this into that because that will end up making bubbles. So we're going to pour from the other container and hopefully those bubbles will work their way out. My hands are all sweaty, so these gloves are going on mean. All right. And hopefully there's not like a blue tint. All right. So that took 7 ounces. So way more than I thought. And hopefully these will only take an ounce a piece. If it does, then I'm golden. And I need a skewer stick. Come on. All right. So I hope this works to what I want it to do. All right. I think that is kind of looking like what I want it to look like down in there. So I'm just stirring it like in the middle, and then pulling it up. All right, we're just gonna leave it just like that. And we're gonna see if we can get it to look like a flame look. It is down in there. I'm just hoping it doesn't like completely run out, and it shouldn't, because that first batch was very hot. Well, not very hot, but very warm. And oh, of course I screwed this up. Okay. All right, let's get some purple mixed for that. Okay. All right, let's get some purple made for our handles. We'll just put 2 scoops. I mean, I still do have some of this purple and some of this green. Oh, crap. Stop moving stuff, Michelle. All right. Please be enough. Please. All right, I'm just gonna pour it halfway in case if I have to add the other purple, I will. But it would be on the other side. As you can tell, I couldn't get these gloves on. I got little snaggletooths on the end. But my hands are so broke out. I've got to make sure that I'm wearing my gloves. Okay, we'll pour some more in this one. All right, so I made 12 plus 4. And we only used a little bit out of that. So yeah, I would definitely I would mix up 16 ounces for sure to do the, and this is the big one, so you know, if I would have picked the smaller one, we might have had enough. I'm just trying to make sure that these are domed. So I'm letting it drip, drip by drip, so that I don't like over pour it, but I can get it domed. Oh. Well, that drip completely missed the bucket, and so didn't that. All right, this one here is domed good. This one I can use maybe 3 more drops. All right, I think those are looking good. Okay, so I've got this. I will scrape this purple in with the other purple, and then I am going to attempt that butterfly again, and hopefully I don't get a dang bubble. I keep getting the bubble in the same spot every time. All right, got those emptied. Now I gotta remember where I put my butterfly. And this is getting thick. Oh, I've got to clean the outside of this for sure. Because it's this one right in here that gives me the the bubble. So I'm just trying to like get it coated with the resin, and hopefully that will alleviate that problem. And I can see a bubble right there. And I always, it's this side. It's always the same one. gonna pour a little bit of green on the back. And if that shows through, it shows through. All right, so I've got my turtles and I got my butterflies. Got to spray. So yeah, when I get done this, I need to go sand my wood for my lanterns. I don't think, I haven't showed them on my YouTube page. I did in my Facebook, Facebook group, but I'm gonna make 2 more sets, so gotta sand the wood. These little butterflies are cute, but boy, they are time consuming. And they're hard to get in there because they literally like need 2 drops. So I'm just gonna kind of be messy and then scrape the back off. And I hopefully don't get any of these chunks, because I've got to use tape and clean the back of this. I've had so many different types of projects going, guys. It's like, holy smokes. And I do have 2 of these little butterfly molds, but I'm trying to keep one so that I always have like a newer one. Because I can tell I'm going to be using these a lot. And all right, so we've got those. Let me grab one of my other flower molds. These ones are really pretty too. I don't even remember where I got this particular mold, but this is a really pretty flower. And I've been pretty lucky with not getting bubbles, but I just kind of poke in there everywhere. Now this one I might, because my resin is getting thick. It's definitely starting to set. And that's why I didn't want to mess around with too many little things, because the longer this sits, the thicker it's going to get. So There we go. Okay. We are done. Bubble pop. So you can already see how thick that's gotten. Okay. All right. So let me fix my stick one more time here. Going to move these over. All right. Okay. We will be back on demold, guys. All right. I'm going to stop messing with stuff because I'm going to screw that up, and yeah, that ain't going to be good. All right. So I'll be back on demold. Okay, guys, these are all cured. Those are our little butterflies. Sorry, my hands are dirty, guys. I just got done doing a painting live, so, yeah. I'm not going to undo all of the extras tonight just because, oh, it's late. Oh, it is 10:30. I still have not had dinner yet, so I do want to get this done. The extras, you know, they're extras, so I'm not doing much with them. But look at that. Those flowers come out so good. All right. Oh, did we get a bubble? Did we get a bubble? Yes, we did. Are you kidding me? I'm going to get this thing one way or another, but that is gorgeous. But yeah, the same. It's the first one, and I keep thinking it's the second one. So I have to remember that this next time. Yeah, because it's the first one. Okay. And let's see if I manage to get my... Oh, look at that. So then you can take this and put it in your plant, and you have this sticking out of your plant. So I'm definitely going to be making more of these. And I'll probably end up doing them with these too. So yeah, stay tuned for these. We will definitely be doing more of these. Because I think these will sell at like a craft fair or whatever. So, all right. Let's get on to the main event here. And my fingers are so sore. I didn't even wash them after painting because I'm trying to not wash them so much because they are drying out. So I will have to trim this. But the handle came out amazing. But I want to get this done because sometimes my videos take forever to upload, and I wanted to make sure that I could like get it uploading tonight for you guys so that you would have something for tomorrow. All right, so I'm just gonna And it's cool, but it's still a little bit soft. So I will just go back over it once it's completely cooled down, you know, like hardened, so that we don't have any sharp edges. Even though it's mounted, I still can run this over it. So as long as the glue is completely dried. All right. All right, I'm going to do this just because I'm dying to see if this did what I wanted it to do. We do have bubbles. And I even ran it through the debubbler, so, you know, it's just, hang on. I know I'm not in frame, but I got to get it started here. And my fingers are sore, so. Ooh. So it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, but I think it will give the effect that I wanted. So let's get this out. And luckily the bottom, the bubbles are just at the bottom. Now I got something sticky on me. Oh, we did get a bubble. Crap. But as long as it's not a big bubble, we can live with that. And like I said, you never know where your trouble spots are going to be until you have completely done like a whole thing. All right. Let's take a look at this. So we got there's a few little micro bubbles, but nothing, little bubble there, but, so I think this is how it goes. So I will end up probably putting something there. I was going to say this part here should demold really well. Oh, that's cute. That is really, really cute. Okay, so this goes like this. The light base is going to go in there. And so I guess we got to figure out which way that goes from the handles. All right, so that one goes there. Okay, so it is the way I thought. This is, you know, the part that's up. So if you colored your mold, this would be whatever color you poured. All right, so let's just get that there for now. And this goes this way. So that goes like that. this does not even touch the light. Well, something is off. Does it go like that? It can't. Oh, you know what? I think it does. Wow, crap on a cracker. Now we done did it. But it's still barely touching. I don't understand why that is not. Well, I guess if we bend it down. So that's going to have to get glued there. And that is going to get glued in there. So I was going to try and do it all tonight, but there's going to be no way because I'm thinking I need to get these two pieces glued and let that set up before I can do anything else. So I'm thinking I'm going to glue these in place. I'm going to put something heavy on the top. And then tomorrow I will finish embellishing it and we will finish it off. And hopefully it will download in time. So what I need to do is get my light out. So that goes in there like that. Just gonna try. Okay. I'm gonna use the B7000 because, oh, it sets up much quicker and it's meant for smooth on smooth. So I'm thinking I am going to put just a little bit of glue on the light. Okay. And then we're going to put a bead around this rim. And I am going to put some glue in the handle holes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these handles. Get the tape out. Oh, I need glue on this. And then we'll finish this off in the morning and hope and pray that it gets loaded in time. I didn't think my live was going to take as long as it did. It was 2.5 hours. Yeah. And then I will do something with the top once I figure out okay, so something heavy. That is not going to be heavy enough. All right, what do I have? What do I have? This is heavier. So I'm just gonna you know what? Maybe I should try to tape it before I whoa, crap. Just wanted to make sure it was straight, but guess that's on there right. All right, guys. use a little bit of tape on the bottom too. And then if there's any tape residue, we will just clean it off with some alcohol. Okay, guys, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but this is how we're leaving it till morning. So say your prayers that nothing pops off and makes a dang mess. Oh. I think we're right. Okay, guys, I'll be back in the morning. Okay, guys, so we've got it. So it is all glued in. I did go ahead and deburr the back and the top. I still got the bottom to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and we're just going to wrap them around the bottom here. So it's going to be a glamping lantern. Oh, it will be a glamping one. All right, let me just see how much I need here. All right, so we're gonna just cut it. Right there. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I was so nervous. I was like, oh, please, please let everything. I did go around and just tack the top and the bottoms of these handles. All right, so I'm going to start my seam in the back here. Just so if it doesn't quite have enough stones. All right, and I want to get this straight this time. So I'm resting it on that bottom lip. And I didn't give this a thought. There's a little bit of extra sticky stuff sticking out here. I want to cut off. There we go. still didn't get it. Completely right. Where did I go off? Right here. Guess I have to do it sideways so I can see what the crap I'm doing. There we go. Oh, and I just popped my handle. Are you kidding me right now? So, I'm starting to not like this lantern, guys. There we go. What I'm thinking is my light maybe didn't cure it all the way through. So I guess I'm gonna have to charge my little this thingy here. All right, so I am gonna just pop that right in the charger right now. So you just pop it in there like that. And it's charging. All right, so I'm gonna redo this. So the glue is set up everywhere except for the handles were still a little iffy. So that's why I wanted to just reinforce them. I will just, I'll just stop there, and then I'm going to go around and do the bottoms and everything again as well. But I just wanted to get it so it stays on so I can put the bling. All right. And let's see. Scissors, I just had them. Oh, right here in front of me. Okay. And I gotta cut one row. It's just a little too high. Come on. Yeah. My goodness. Geez-some. Maybe. I'll just put a little bit of bling under there. All right. So, get the measurement. And then we will cut the one row. My fingers are getting all sticky from the sticky tape. Okay. All right, so this stuff is pretty sticky, guys. There we go. And now we will put this little piece at the bottom, if I can get the tape off. And if my fingers weren't so dang sore. All right, come on, got it started. Hang on, guys, just gotta get an end that can start that, get that paper off. All right. Man. So now the only thing is I got to figure out what to do for this top. But that is what she is looking like so far. And I was thinking maybe putting a butterfly on the top, but I don't know. And I wanted to see. That might work, guys. It might. Yep, I think this is gonna be our little kerosene spouty thing. I gotta cut one row of the diamonds. Yeah. Look at that. How cute. The only thing, what do I have for flowers? They're not big enough. No, that takes away from it. that. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys, on the top right now. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Let me plug this in and show you, because I know this video is way longer than I wanted it to be. And then I will get some final picks for you. All right. And there we have it. So it kind of did do what I was hoping would give it that colored look, like a, you know, like a light. So yeah, that's our little glamping lantern. I'll clean it up, get some final picks, and then I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye.
Another thing I'll miss at the firehouse. Your Christmas brew. I'll drop some off this November.